It all began in 1963, when a spaceship landed in Totter's Lane, disguising itself as a police box. The TARDIS spent 26 years traveling through time before coming to a halt, sending Doctor Who into limbo. Now, loyal viewers demanded that the show be brought back, but the BBC seemed less than enthusiastic. So others began to make their own spin-off dramas. The latest of these is Downtime.
And I think it's a fantastic spin-off production. I think Nick Courtney gives the best performance that he's ever done as the Brigadier.
I loved all the things which were redolent of the original series.
I thought the production was quite stunning, actually, and the special effects were really exciting. It really brought the into the 90s, recreated and enhanced the myth, which is Doctor Who.
Distract them, Brigadier. This is my fault. But I can shut down the mainframe.
I'm sure we've met before.
I doubt it.
Yeti stories in Doctor Who, The Abominable Snowman and The Web of Fear, which were based in the 60s. And this pits the Brigadier on his own this time against the Yeti. And also there's Sarah Jane in it, who's one of the ex-companions, and Victoria, who's an ex-companion. My character's Daniel Hinton, who's one of the New World Chilies, but he's a bit more of a rebel. He's broken free of them, and he's a computer hacker as well. So he manages to hack into the files, find out what's going on, and inform the Brigadier.
But you remember what it was, don't you?
I'm not as blinkered as people think. It's a sort of mind parasite. First alien force I ever came up against. In those days, it called itself the Great Intelligence. And no physical shape of its own, so it enslaved humans as pawns. And it deployed a squad of strategic robots camouflaged like Yeti.
Was this in Tibet, sir?
No, London, about 25 years ago. It invaded the city like a virus, using the underground network as its nervous system. Grisly business. I thought we were rid of the blighter.
It's still here, sir. Out on the Bardo.
It's wonderful to be the star, yes, I like all that. Name at the top there. Yes, to take over the Doctor, be the chief protagonist. Splendid.
I don't know, as I say, I slipped straight back into character. It's like that I played her yesterday. And I thought, oh, all right, I'm older, of course I'm older. There was one part in the Downtime video when it first opens where I have to be Victoria as she was all those years ago. And I thought, they're asking a lot here. Nearly like 28 years ago, trying to play a 22-year-old or whatever. But it worked, and I did it. My father, Jack Watling, came back to play his original part that he did all those years ago. He did a couple of storylines with me, and he came back to play it, and it was marvellous working with Dad again. It really was. And we had one scene in the video where I mistake him for my father. I think he's my father, and I say, Father? He says, no, I'm not your father, etc. And we had a bit of a giggle over that. It was lovely being with him, you know, and of course, lovely Chris, the director, and the people who were in it, smashing. Nick Courtney, who I worked with, of course, originally, he hasn't changed much. He's got a bit grey, like Dad has, and all that. We've got a bit older, but we haven't basically changed much.
Kate.
What?
Just tell me one thing. Why do you keep a box of toys down there?
You'll be 5 next week.
I have a grandson. My grandson. I never dreamt. Good Lord.
Gordon. call him James, after you. He's safe, away from here. Oh, I'm sorry.
My grandson. Kate, can I keep this? It's getting late. We'll talk later. I'll be back.
I don't think what people realise is how fast a shoot like this works. I mean, it's incredibly fast. So if we got 2 takes, we were lucky. So scenes like that were, you know, quite hard to do in a short time, but we seemed to pick it off, Nick and I, which was great.
Very nice to get a daughter, especially a daughter as lovely as Beverly Cressman. And she is a very smashing girl. Yes, it was lovely. I like that. I've got a daughter of my own, of course, in real life, and a son. So being a father didn't come too difficult in the film.
We tend to sort of see a lot of each other because of being on the convention circuit. We do bump into each other a lot. And for example, yes, Nick Courtney.
Hello,
Nick.
how are you? Hello,
See
sweet.
see what I mean, lovey? There's another one. And John Pertwee as well, who I always love to see John because he was the Doctor I first really watched. I don't think we had a telly when Patrick Troughton was on, so it's always very special to see John Pertwee because it takes me back, and he's standing right next to me, so I have to be a bit careful about what I say. No, he's such a lovely man as well. It's always great to see all the Doctor Who people.
Right, stand by, be running. Action.
I want you to choreograph those Yetis so that they break into the number 3 little maids from school are we. And
3 little Yetis from Betson Monastery.
It's decreed that we're filming inside here today. Tomorrow, when it's snowing, we're going to be out on the street. I'm well known for this. I directed an episode of The Demons, if any of you remember it, Doctor Who, and it snowed on location in May. So blame me.
But I got back there and my friends the Yetis were there and all the memories came flooding back and I enjoyed it.
You say the memories come flooding back. Any particular memories?
With the monsters and of dear Pat Troughton, who was my doctor. I was his companion. And of course Fraser Hines, who played Jamie, and the tricks they played on me and the lovely time, because I was in it for about a year. And it was a marvellous time for me. In those days it was, I think it was on 5 o'clock on Saturday, and it was the family show. The fathers had just watched the football, but the family still ran the television, so it was like a family show. And now I've got good memories of it.
I just wish that I could have been with John's Doctor, because I think that Ace would have gone quite well with
Yes, she likes riding on the back of motorbikes.
Yes,
Yes, she would, yes. She was a very active lady. My companion, one of my companions, was blind as a bat. She didn't see where the hell she was going anyway. I couldn't do anything that I did without... Well, she had to believe in me, because she couldn't see what she was doing. It was Katie. She wore thick pebble glasses.
Really?
No, she couldn't see a thing, no. So she was quite happy. She just hung on tight and went with it.
Oh, well, I had that with Sylvester, because you know he's very short-sighted.
I know.
And he'd take his glasses off for the take.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a couple of occasions, for example, we were driving a van, and he had to drive, and it had one of those cameras on the side, you know. And he leant over to me and he whispered, he said, "For God's sake, let me know when we're too near a lamppost." I said, "I can't see a thing, I'm blind as a bat." So I sat there trying to remember my lines and everything, going, I was terrified in case he'd bump into a lamppost and destroy thousands of pounds worth of camera.
It's just like old times, eh? And I still don't know what's going on.
well, someone else can clear up. Let's just go home.